I'm going to go ahead and just eyeball the, yeah, that's about a 16th. About a 16th of an inch or 3/32. Maybe for initial startup. We don't want to run it too much because you'll start to get cylinder wash where the pistons are, the bores are getting washed down with fuel to the point that it'll cause extra wear, and we certainly don't want that. Okay, there we go, right there. There's my initial setting. That's 3/32 exactly. I'm doing it by eye, but that's exactly correct. So, finally, let's take our little adjustment needle. That is one of the throttle position adjustments. You see the throttle plate is right there. That's fully closed. So we flip this over and we see that in order to adjust it, we're going to be right there. So we will go ahead and run this lovely little beast into the casting once again without any harm. There we go, and I just run that down. I hope you can see, you cannot see, but run it through it until you're through, and then I back it off. I don't want it even touching, I just want it, there it's touching, there it's not. It's on, it's off right there. That's what I want right there. I don't want it on, I don't want it messing with me when I'm trying to set things up. I want it completely neutral. So there we go there. I think now we can certainly set the gasket back in place here. And let's take this body and put the float and the fuel bowl back together on there. And do something like that there. And then we'll have to put these on there. We got these little functional tab pieces. I like to make sure that you put them on so that the nut is on the correct side so you can actually read what it says. That almost always goes near the throttle plate, and they go in over the body of the carburetor, the bowl if you will. And so we just take our little snap-on machine here. These have lock washers on them. The main bowl that sits on top of here that covers the piston does not have lock washers. It shouldn't have lock washers. And so here we go. We have a completed SU carburetor HS4 for a triple carburetor Austin-Healey setup. I've got one carburetor left to do, but we have two on the bench, and we've still got some minor work to do. These will be for the top cap. So the new screws. Once again, you'll see that when you set this down, the needle does not ride on the ground. Thank you. And we'll go ahead and line that up. That will certainly go right there. The overflow system will be approximately, there we go, like that. the spring goes to the top here. There is the top cap. This is the side spring over here. And once again, we're out of parts except old ones, and we've completed another carburetor. There we go. And that's how you get her done. We're going to do one more, and then I'll probably do one more series on putting it on the car, and maybe another series on tuning. But that's the basics of getting her done on an H4 SU carburetor. Let's take a shot at throwing this back together real quick like. I think we did the choke measurement on the other one. Geez. I meant float, I said choke. So we stick that on there like that, just shove this pin through there. Pretty sure we did that before. And there we go. Yeah, we did do this segment already, but anyway, there we go there. That last choke had to be adjusted. This one is definitely going to have to be adjusted. This is just bent to hell. And we can see it's bent. But we want, you can see it's bent. It's way too low. So remember that without the gasket, we want 5/16. That's way the hell off there. So I'm going to adjust that in a minute. We don't need to do that now. That part's ready. I just wanted to show you the basic throwdown on how to get the parts ready to go on there. Now this one here, of course, I think we talked about the needle before. The needle goes right in there. We flush up the line right there with the bottom of the carburetor. There it is. And then this screw right here. That screw right there, it's hard to see, little brass one, goes in there. We'll tidy that onto there. Flush that up. I hold it with my finger when I'm flushing it up. And just go ahead and crank her down. You'll feel it when it seats. Okay, now that piece is ready. Oh, easy now. Now, once again, when these sit down like that, daggone, that card's bouncing around. When these sit down like that, they don't touch the needle, so you're not hurting them. I shouldn't be dropping them though. That's going to go to the linkage. These pieces here go in this sequence. What we're going to do is go ahead and get that ready. And we'll take the bowl, put the spacer in the bowl. There we go. And actually, I forgot the second time I've done this. Got to put this washer in there. I think we covered this too, actually. And so we get that in there. Now we're all set. Now we're going to take the bowl. Just doing an inventory of what we have left here. Okay. So We're going to take this piece, the bowl, stick it right on the body, just like that.
You talking to yourself?
How you doing, buddy? I'll be right with you. And then we're going to take this piece here, the nylon strip, plug it on there, put a steel strip right behind that, and then we're going to insert this bolt. And it's a super tight fit, as we would like, so we insert that bolt there. And then we're going to take the jet, and we're going to screw the jet side. Remember to have the rubber material on the inside, then the copper or the aluminum washer, and then we'll put the brass in there. We're going to fasten that into the carburetor body just like that, and run that down. We'll tighten that up later. Okay. And then this jet's going to go into the jet holder like that. There we go. Here's an overflow for the top that we'll put on. The last thing we need to do, once again, is put this insert in here. We'll get that down. We're going to put some red fluid on here. Add the idle adjustment, which goes over here. And we will finalize it. That doesn't look very well. Then we'll finalize it with the center screw for the choke, which is part of the linkage. And of course the two washers that go on this side and the nut will also finish up the linkage. Then we're going to set the main piston into the carburetor body, take the float assembly, put that on correctly, which is not like that, more like this, and then we follow it up with our screws, keeping the carburetor tag on the inside toward the throttle plate, and now we've completed an SU HS4 carburetor. Hey, we just got the carburetor tops back, the dash pots. I had those polished, and we did that here locally. It cost about $60 to have that done up, so we got 3 of those. We're all prettied up and ready to go.